welcome back to our talk show.
Oh, they can see us now.
Yes, they can see us.
Shh, no more talking shit about our viewers.
Why?
No, I guess that's true.
I don't understand. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 60th anniversary episode.
60th anniversary?
60th anniversary.
Wow, 60 years, man. We've made it.
Still only 330 subscribers.
I know. 60th episode, still only 330 subscribers.
That's it.
I like staying consistent. Yeah, consistency is key. You know.
All right, today we're going to start the show off by mentioning something. This passing Saturday on Halloween, Sir Sean Connery passed away at 90 years old.
007, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Among a bunch of other roles that he played.
There he is.
Poor 007.
I think is that an Oscar or an Emmy?
I'm not sure.
He won something.
He won plenty of awards, actually.
What did you say before the show started? He's the sexiest man alive?
Yeah, sexiest man alive like 10 years in a row. Dude's just...
Well, not alive. But
well, not
he was
now.
the sexiest
He was
man.
the sexiest man alive.
And he can say certain things, and that's it, right?
Yeah. Look at a girl go, take off her panties. Take off her panties now.
And you got to do it.
And you got to do it. There's nothing.
Sean Connery.
Because it's Sean Connery, right? Like, so
well, yes, he passed away. Poor 007. Longest running 007 there was.
Yeah, I think he had like
Dragonheart, The Rock.
The Rock.
Oh, wait, what's that one we like? Highlander.
Highlander.
He was a Highlander.
Was he?
Yep. Was he?
I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was. I'm pretty. Yeah. Want to fact check?
I mean, we should probably have fact checkers on this show.
There's no one there. Here we
Yeah.
go. Highlander.
You're just gonna start.
Sean, right there. Wait, oops. Sean Connery.
You're just gonna right in the middle of the show pull the phone
Right
out
there.
and start Googling.
There he is. 1986 is Highlander. Sean Connery.
Oh.
Yep.
I think we got that wrong.
No, he's right there. Sean Connery.
Okay. Still don't think it's right. Don't think it's right.
I just don't think it's right. Another mention is after today, we finally get to find out who our president's going to be.
Is that today?
Yes, today's the last day for voting.
Yeah, but you still don't know for like 2 or 3 days, do you?
After today, I said. All this going back and forth, we finally get to find out. Today's election day. So today's the day we find out.
So don't forget to go out and vote, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go out and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, today you have to go do that. You can't mail it in today.
Right, it'd be too late if you mail it in today. If you haven't already done your mail-in voting, then you have to go and find your closest voter
Whatever you're
registration.
registered to.
Right. And go and vote. Don't forget to vote.
Vote. All right, today's question of
Not
the
paid
day.
for by anybody.
Who the hell would pay us?
I don't know. They pay everybody.
Does
the
anyone
fuck
else want to? Yeah, right. These TikTok. Have you seen that shit on TikTok?
Yeah.
Like all these young influencers, like go vote.
Yeah. They really don't give a fuck.
David Dobrik, that Head
They
Start
just get
thing.
paid for it.
What is that? Head Start? Whatever. It's like a charity event thing to help voters. And David Dobrik raised the YouTuber 120,000. Yeah, 120,000 people voted because of him.
That's good.
He had 10% of the people.
I wonder how many people voted for Harambe this year.
Who? Oh, not that.
You
again.
didn't hear about that
I
last
heard.
time?
No, I did.
People were, and they're like,
4 years ago. That's what I told you.
go vote. And he's like, we'd rather vote for Harambe.
Here in America, you can write in on ballots, like a third-party candidate, like Kanye West or the guy, the poor gorilla that got shot in Cincinnati.
Yeah, everybody writes in The Rock.
And then they released the numbers, and then everyone in the world laughed at us because we voted for a dead gorilla.
It's okay, I laughed too.
Another reason to be embarrassed. But, wow. That would wake me up. The sound of the AC went off, guys. All right. Do you think that you can fall in love in a week? That's the question of the day. Do you think you can fall in love in a week?
Yes.
Like, strongly believe? It always brings me back to the story about your dad.
Nope.
The true love story.
And me and my wife.
What's the good version of that?
We met and...
There we go. Yeah, okay, go with that.
We're separated for...
You couldn't get her to leave.
Yeah, I know it.
Despite your trying.
Yeah.
But you fall in love more and more every year as you're married.
Yeah.
Because you learn more and more.
Right, yeah. I've become more and more intoxicated with my wife every day.
Every passing day.
Every passing day.
I can't tell you being sarcastic.
Neither can I.
Oh,
neither can I.
Does she watch? Does she watch the show?
No, I haven't let her watch the show in like 10 episodes. I'm sure there's loads of things I'd be in trouble for.
Loads of things?
Yeah, God knows. I'm always in trouble for some shit by somebody. Somebody's always upset with me. So it doesn't really matter.
Is it their fault or your fault?
Apparently, I'm the common denominator, so it must be my fault.
Or is it just the people you surround yourself with? Either way, it's still your fault.
Either way, it's still my fault.
You're the one that surrounds yourself with them. All right, what's today's charity? Since breast cancer awareness is over.
Breast cancer awareness is over, although you can always donate to breast cancer awareness. It's not just a 1 month.
They shut it down.
Yeah, they shut all the donation booths down.
No booby saved this month.
No. But this week's charitable foundation is First Responders Children's Foundation, which is a mouthful. And that's why their link is below, and it's 1STRCF. So...
Well, it's about the first responders are on the front lines of the COVID pandemic in every community across the country, and First Responders Children's Foundation provides support for the first responders and their families during these times. Because they're out there every day risking their lives.
Very noble charity, very noble charity. That's
the fire department, the police department, and the paramedics, and the hospital workers, nurses, doctors. Volunteers. Because there's still a pandemic. I don't know if you guys knew this. It's still there.
Everybody's just returning back to their normal day-to-day, but there's still people out there getting sick. Still people
doing their jobs to 100%.
You know, and still people out there.
I remember when it all first started on TikTok, like the nurse would go to work because everything else was shut down. Everyone was outside clapping for her.
Right.
Yeah. Brought tears to her eyes. We get to stay home.
Right.
Are you okay today, buddy?
No.
No?
I'm not here.
Are you excited about Apex?
No.
No?
No, it's going to be buggy the first 4 or 5 days.
I don't know what they're doing, because it used to be every Tuesday it would come out with the new season, and now we have to wait till Wednesday at 11 p.m.?
We had a meeting, right? Me and Respawn.
I did yesterday, too. That's how we got Fight or Flight.
And we talked about it, and they were just like, this Josh guy, he just expects us on Tuesdays because that's when he does his talk show, right? To have something to look forward to.
I literally have past episodes of us reviewing each season because it comes out on Tuesday.
Well, not this Tuesday, friend.
Not this
Try
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Well, actually, it's Wednesday, right before Thursday. But by the time it's done downloading, it will be Thursday morning.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this guy.
So, any Apex fans, new season starts tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow at 11 a.m. p.m.
p.m.
You'll probably be able to get the
So it's only for teenagers.
Download early. Let's get into viral news. I think viral news might perk me up today.
Why are you so not perky?
Tired.
Always.
I had to talk to you last night, so it exhausted me.
You must be tired every night.
Every time, man.
All right, Adam, what we got? 1 second.
If I'd have spilled red juice on me, I'd been so mad. That was close, too.
All right, well, Bo. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Today's first viral news is that McDonald's is bringing back the McRib.
See, now I'm torn on this one.
Why?
Right? Because I remember as a kid liking the McRib. Right? But now I think about it as like there's no actual rib in it. It's just processed to look like it's got ribs in it.
I know.
And I'm confused.
And the sauce is microwaved.
And it's the sauce that everyone likes. It's not even the...
I know. I used to work at McDonald's when I was 19. And it burnt my eyes when we had to microwave the fucking McRib sauce. It was horrible.
So you got like traumatized.
But it was delicious. I'm not going to lie to you.
It burnt my retinas.
Oh my god, yes. All that freaking steam coming out of my... I'm not going to say it's worth it, but it was delicious.
Oh, man. You know, McDonald's, you're fucking up. Just close down.
It's been a while since the McRib.
What?
The McRib, yeah. It hasn't been around for a while.
No. It was like that, what was it? McDonald's Gate.
Monopoly?
Yeah, the Monopoly, how the dude was selling all this stuff.
Bro, yeah, the freaking McMillions. I think it's on HBO or Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu or Netflix.
It was an HBO documentary.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it might be on wherever it is.
Yeah, but during the pandemic, HBO was free on Hulu.
Right.
Thank you, HBO.
Thank you, right. Thank you. Thank you, HBO.
I got to catch up on my True Blood.
Very nice.
My Game of Thrones. Our next viral news is Toronto raccoon takes it upon himself to get a job at Tim Hortons.
You know, I think that's messed up.
The raccoons can get jobs?
No, that they said Toronto raccoon. Like, how do you know he wasn't just visiting?
Like he just came from America to work at Tim Hortons.
He could have been an American raccoon. He could have been a Mexican raccoon. Because he was polite. Well, then he damn sure wasn't from America.
It wasn't rabbit. It wasn't that raccoon
flicking people off.
You're thinking it's that raccoon from Incredibles when it's not. When that raccoon should get an award, like it held itself own against that baby.
You know, as cute as this headline is, right? Headlines like this really piss me off.
I bet the health department came in that bitch.
Right. Well, besides for that, right? It's like, so you know, somebody just took a picture of a raccoon stealing some food because it was hungry. And they're like, oh, they're watching raccoon gets a job. Like, no, the raccoon was stealing some goddamn food because it was hungry. And it knew it could get in there and get some and didn't give a shit that you were there.
We all like those kind of stories of what happened in Aladdin.
Right. Next thing you know, Yagu's in a fucking lamp with this evil guy, and it wasn't even really Yagu's fault.
Excuse me, sir raccoon. Can I get a donut?
Right.
Health department just bust in and arrest a raccoon. Mounties are there.
Everybody thought Ratatouille was a cute little movie, but it wasn't. It was a health code nightmare.
That's how the Black Plague was stuck, isn't
right.
it? A rat cooked my food. You wonder why people are freaked out. But he's a good rat. No.
No wonder everybody's sick.
Right? It's not Splinter in there when the Ninja Turtles trying to cook some soup.
All right. Move on.
You don't like it? Florida man changes Governor DeSantis voter registration address and is arrested because the governor did not consent. You can't vote now, motherfucker.
This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Right, I feel bad for the kid who's in jail because they're probably gonna like give him the highest penalty they possibly can because they're jerks.
I know how to stop this election. I will change the governor's registration address.
Now, if he'd have changed all the governors, right?
Like skill. That's like some freaking Ocean's 11 shit. 50, he didn't try to steal nothing.
50 governors, you know.
He was just trying to get back.
He should. You know what he should have done? He should have just switched them like with each other. Like government DeSantis got like.
I think they would have known that the governor of Florida wasn't registered in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's not how the mail service works. They don't. They look at the addresses. They don't look at the names on the addresses.
Well, that's how they found out.
This particular one, yeah, because probably like Carl somewhere upstate was like, I'm not Governor DeSantis. Like the fuck?
I think I should tell someone.
Right? Maybe I should send this. Excuse me. You know,
Mr. Postmaster.
and the worst part is I wouldn't have said shit. I'd have thrown his shit away. I'd have been like, nope.
I'm not that guy. And how'd they find out who changed it?
Mm-hmm.
How'd they find out who changed it? He come in and goes, yes, I'm the governor. I'm here to vote.
Probably tracked him down.
This came across our newsfeed today. We should
FBI
investigate.
or CIA, one of the two.
Whoever's spying on us.
Right. Well,
the guy probably went Facebook Live with it.
And
right?
I seen the picture. It was just like some kid, right?
Yeah, he went Instagram Live with it.
Right. and then I love when they do that. It's like, oh, authorities picked up da-da-da-da-da. Like there's some type of badasses for arresting a 10-year-old.
Did they tackle him?
Right. Like, we went in guns a-blazing.
That's actually, but the problem is that's a felony.
No, I get
because it has to do with the post office.
I get it's a felony. Right. Like, I understand that.
Knocking over a mailbox is a felony.
But it's like these motherfuckers all act hard because they're like,
we wasted all the pay. What's it called? Taxes to get this guy.
I can shoot a defenseless man and get away with it. Whereas like.
We need backup.
Yeah,
the whole police department came to arrest this guy. No one's pulling over any speeders. Detectives are there. No one's investigating murders.
Pull over a little old lady and 15 squad cars show up.
And then they found out about this kid.
Oh, ma'am, you had Tylenol Plus in your car. What is this? You're going to jail. Like,
this is a controlled substance.
Like, I remember back in the days when cops actually used to be hard. Walk their own city streets and have compassion for their fellow neighbors and stuff like that. I remember us talking about that, yeah, and figuring out, how to get closer to their neighborhood. Now, you got some cops that are like that, but most of your cops are just like, I'm a hard ass, but they're really little bitches, right? Because they just run to their guns first or their canine dogs.
We have all of Palm Springs walking the swap shop because they just like to shop there.
Right. They're just bored.
Like, no, we can't shut down the shop.
There ain't nothing happening in Palm Springs. Not unless you're riding down Congress looking at all the crackheads and stuff.
Well, the other day with, what's it called? The Vice President Harris or whatever for Biden's person was in town. And there was Trump supporters on the sidewalk of Palm Beach Community College.
Oh, man, they were...
I was like, wait, is that a violation, though? Is that because that's distracting the traffic? Like, is code enforcement going to come by?
They were hanging off... there was people hanging off Woolbright. Hanging off the side of the overpass, slowing down 95 because people were like...
Well, that's illegal.
Yeah. Because they're waving their flags underneath and... stuff like that, and it's like people are just waiting for one of them motherfuckers to fall, fall off the overpass. Like,
do a trick.
Yeah, do a trick. Don't jump, little Timmy. Don't jump.
This whole political thing has got me in a bind. Sunday we were driving home with George, and I had a line of Biden followers, like with their flashers on, and driving down the street. He's like, oh, fuck them, fucking assholes. I was like, why are they assholes? Because they're voting for Biden.
Oh, I was thinking because they're blocking up the fucking road.
No, they were on one side.
We're still blocking up the goddamn road.
But like, wait, you're prejudiced. You don't know who they are. Like,
I don't care who they're voting for. I just don't want them in the goddamn road.
No, he wasn't even near them on the road. He was on this lane. They were in this lane. It just, it's so...
It's like when people are walking out in the street protesting, it's like, hey, friend... streets are for cars.
They go on the sidewalk.
All right, go on the side.
But then they're on the sidewalk, like I said, over in front of Palm Beach College, and they're like going like this into the street because there's a whole bunch of Biden supporters there, right? For the whole Vice President Harris thing. And I'm like, that is a distraction of traffic. And then we were pulling onto the turning lane. I look in the rearview mirror, and a car came up with a Trump thing on it. I was like, is it about to go down? No, not Trump, a Biden thing. And I was like, is it about to go down? Is that what's going on here? Are they gonna honk? Are they gonna come together? Our last news headline is TikTok has announced a new agreement with Sony Music Entertainment to make songs from the world's second largest music company. They went from almost being closed down, shut down in America, to making songs with Sony now. But you gotta admit how fast TikTok is, not fast, but how much it's grown.
It hasn't grown. Hasn't grown any.
Are you just still upset about how TikTok changed for you? You used to do these little skits on there, and now you can't dance, so they won't see your content?
Right. Well, no, I'm fat, and they said they don't want any fat people, remember?
It was in episode 17.
Yeah.
TikTok discrimination.
They're like, yeah, we'd
Fat,
rather not
ugly.
have fat people on our show.
Just underage girls who do the WAP.
Right.
That's not wrong. Of course it's wrong.
Let's appeal to the 9-year-old guys fucking breathing heavily and watching.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Right.
She's 16.
Fucking
You need to calm down.
Oh, man.
DJ is not having it this week. In DJ's defense, he's been working hard for the last 3 weeks helping his sister. So, like, it took a lot out of him.
I've got a lot on my mind, too, you know.
Well, besides that, yes.
You know.
Now that,
Like
that you slow down.
I'm getting it from every area, right? Like, nobody's happy with me. You name a person, I'll tell you that they're not happy
Bob.
with me. Bob's not happy because I'm not on Apex with him right now playing Apex, getting him
What's
levels.
Sonya say that she just turned off the PlayStation?
Right, Sonya's upset because I haven't been able to play
Where's my
PlayStation with her.
teammates?
You're always complaining about the talk show and that I'm not doing enough to be here. My wife is complaining because I'm not doing enough to love her.
Thor.
He's complaining I don't give him enough food or snuggles.
He tried you last night.
You know.
I saw him eating until you walked out, and he. Like, are you faking it, dog? Can dogs fake it?
Fake it till they make it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Who else? George.
He's mad because I won't sell his stuff at the flea market.
You do? Brent. He's okay.
No. Brent's mad at me because I'm taller than him.
Big for nothing?
Big for nothing, right?
Bo's mad because I didn't answer the contest correctly.
Right. Bo's mad. Bo's mad because he wished he was as cool as me. That's how that simply goes.
Brogan.
Probably mad because I didn't bring them children around more often for them to play with.
See, DJ.
Because I exist.
And that's all we have for viral news.
That's all we have for today, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's all we have for viral news. We still got a whole another hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Aren't you excited?
Oh, I'm really excited. We should
I
jump
got an
right
extra
into
long
it.
cord just so you can just bring the mic.
Oh, we're gonna take the mic. If I can take the mic into my room, I'll sit there and talk into it. You just be on camera.
Oh no! Later on, you can do a podcast like that. If I get a receiver, we just get 2 mics and we can do it in your room. It'd just be audio.
I could just stretch out and
Yeah, just be audio. You just hold the mic.
So what did we try on Trying the Wife's Cooking this week?
Asian beef with snow something peas.
Okay, see, now I have a problem with this.
It looks like that.
Oh, it did look like that. Wow, I'm surprised.
That's what we tried.
I have a problem with this.
What did you call it? Oriental?
Right, well, because it's like Asian beef.
That's what it said.
Does it,
Did we kill Asians for it? No, we didn't.
like, how
I
did we
think
acquire...
it's the seasoning of the sauce. That's what was on it.
I don't know.
It's like freaking Pinehurst, whatever that crap is called. Pinterest?
Pinterest?
Asian
I
beef
said
with... Oh, sorry.
Pinterest.
It's Asian beef with mushrooms and snow peas.
This dude said Pinterest.
Pinehurst?
Pine cones.
I always call it Pinehurst from freaking Heroes.
I'm dead. I can't do it. This is the last episode. I can't do this with you anymore.
Do what?
Pinterest.
I can't pronounce. It was the company that Peter's dad worked at. And it had the Godsend symbol on it.
70-some issues.
But that's what we tried last night. I thought it was delicious.
I like the beef. Yeah, it was good. The mashed potatoes.
I had rice.
Yeah, you had rice. I can't have rice.
I don't see rice in there, but she had rice.
Yeah. Something to throw it over.
It was delicious. That's all I know. She hasn't failed me yet. Even the hardcore biscuits or whatever it was that we could throw against the wall.
They were still good when they weren't hard.
When you work towards it, right? When you put some effort into trying to eat it, it was delicious.
You gotta just crack the outer shell and get to the inside.
It's like anything in life.
The most protected bread in the world.
But once you get through their security system.
Once you get through the bread security system, that's right. It's delicious.
The forbidden apple. So yeah, that's what we tried. I guess.
I give it a thumbs up. But like I said, I thought it was seasoned well.
Yes.
The texture of the beef was good.
I like the sauce and the rice and everything. I didn't. The peas even tasted delicious to me. I couldn't even tell they were peas.
I didn't eat them.
Did you feed them to the dog?
Yeah.
You have to have more than
peas out of a
just.
can.
You can't just.
The big peas, little green ones.
You just ate the beef and mashed potatoes.
Basically.
But that's not the whole meal.
But I didn't want the other stuff.
You need a green.
I didn't need anything. I needed
But
to eat.
for the nutrition guide to eating, you have to have a green.
Yeah, I think right. Here's part of the problem. I try to please everybody.
Oh, you just got tired of it?
And I just got tired of it. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna, please myself. It's really the only person that matters.
You please yourself enough.
I gotta please myself. Like I just can't.
I saw a thing on TikTok or Facebook. It said, before you pay your bills, make sure to take care of yourself. And I was like, buy groceries and buy what you need. And I was like, yeah, I gotta pay fucking rent. What do you mean, bro? Josh, why are you homeless? It's fine, I have groceries. Where the fuck are you gonna put them?
It's fine, I have groceries.
So that's what we have for Trying the Wife's Cooking. I promise you one day our show will get better.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you wanted to slow down and not go so fast.
Oh, it's only been 30 minutes. We just spent the whole thing.
What are you talking? It's the first bit. We still got all of our topics.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Let's not do this right now.
I never know what you're talking about.
That's the problem.
You just sound like a crazy person. All right, so we got some topics today. They're not really topics. What did you write here?
The world has lost its way to compromise.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm talking about, right? Nobody wants to compromise. Everybody just wants it their fucking way. And if it's not their way, it's fuck you. Right? Which is so upsetting because you try to make everyone happy. But in order to do that, you have to compromise. But then when you compromise, people are like, nah, bro.
So now I can't tell if you're talking about personal life or the stimulus package or Democrats and Republicans coming together or races is coming together.
It's all of it. Nobody wants to find common ground and keep moving forward. They just want to take it all in for themselves, right? Like, I want you to give me $1 million, but I don't want to do anything for you.
Is that like the culture we live in now, though?
This horseshit, yeah.
But doesn't it go back to perception and when people think they're right and that's why they don't compromise? Like, you have to have, you're basically saying the world needs to have an open mind.
Right. Start thinking about things from other people's point of view.
But it always goes back to that one thing I always want to talk about. Like, we get two kids on two different islands, right? One kid you teach religion, the other kid you just teach survival. When one kid meets the other, the religious kid's like, God's real, while this kid has no idea what the hell he's talking about. So who's right? You get what I'm saying? Like, this kid honestly believes in all of his religion. This kid's like, I just want to fucking eat. What are you talking about God for?
I just want to survive, Fred.
And this kid's like, well, no, you need to believe in God. And it's like, no, why? I don't know what you're talking about. So it's like, goes back to like, everyone thinks that their opinion's right. But no, I agree with you. The world doesn't compromise anymore.
You know, I see it more and more. And
they just give in.
And like my day-to-day stuff is like, you know, everyone wants to have their opinion. And then when you try to tell them, like, hey, you should
it goes back to
try to be more open-minded and think about what other people, you know, because that's technically the rightest form.
Correct.
Is you know, that way.
You said on past episodes that people don't communicate no more.
Right. And then it's like, well,
it's not a debate anymore. A debate is when you share each other's opinions to get to a common goal. When you say your thing and I say mine, and that's what we're trying to figure out. It goes to, I'm right, you're wrong, fuck off.
Right. Or like, here's a better example. All right. With my family, okay? The oldest of the family think that they know more and that their decisions are more wise because of their age.
Okay? But doesn't wisdom come with experience?
Right. It does, but, you know, again, experience comes with age. The more you live, the more experience you get.
Unless you're sheltered.
But that doesn't always make it, you know, age does not make a smart man.
Okay.
Okay? And a smart man maketh the age.
I think wisdom is intelligence plus action.
Right. Well, it's like, you know, I know people that are way older than me that are still making just some of the dumbest mistakes they've ever made in their fucking lives.
Because they're afraid of change.
And I don't know why it is. It's just, you know.
Well, as the older you get, there's a chemical that releases in your brain that doesn't make you want to reform to other things. That's why old people don't like the new music.
Well, that's like, I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, you know, sometimes a little bit of knowledge is more dangerous than none at all.
I think at one point, knowledge was like the root of all evil. Well, no, you got to think about it. If you look from a point of view like Siler, what was Siler's gift? Understanding how things were. Yeah. But it wasn't enough. There was a hunger. That's why he's killed people. But the metaphor is that knowledge is power. The more you want answers, the more questions that it brings up. So you're never satisfied with the knowledge. Right. So you always have a hunger for more. Because they'll like say, oh, we're going to investigate like any kind of TV show, movie, like, oh, where did Superman come from? And we get to the point when we find out, and now he goes, okay, well, how do you feel? He goes, now I have more questions than answers.
Wasn't actually true in the end, though, was it, with Siler?
He wanted to be human.
Like, because when they went to Siler's future, he had a kid, he had a life.
Well, during that whole thing, remember Peter went inside his brain for like 40 years or whatever after Matt locked him in there?
Yeah.
And then he worked out his shit and controlled the hunger. But the basis of the hunger was why he kept opening people's brains, is because it was a force of habit. He wanted to understand everything. And every time he found something out, it just raised more questions.
Well, it was just like with the politics, right? It's like I heard somebody say, you know, you're not a Democrat. You're not a Republican. You're Josh Jordan.
Correct.
Okay.
You're a voter.
Right.
You're a citizen of the people.
Right. And why you should be heard, no matter your opinion. You know, on some respects, it needs to be like, oh, I'm voting for this. No, that's the problem, right? When they're like, oh, I'm voting for this person. Why? Oh, because I like him. Why?
Oh, God. Me and George had
what is the reason? Oh, well, I just like him because he says he's going to do this. It was like...
George was like, oh, Trump speaks the truth. I was like, how do you know what's true?
Right. What's
how
true?
Do you know the truth? Like, the news has discovered, because back in the day, you believe whatever the newspaper told you. There wasn't much information. The war is over. Okay. People tuned into the radio and they thought the fucking earth was being invaded because they don't have the mass information we have. Well, when the internet came out, we finally discovered conspiracy theories and stuff like that. The broadcasting system, or whatever, who owns the news and all that, they started to start flooding the internet with fake news. So that way you can't, no matter what research you do, you don't know what's true and what's not true.
Right, you don't know which way.
Because now they're not releasing the true stories. They're releasing the true story and 10 fake ones that are all similar. So you don't know which is true. Right. And all America has to do is just tell you the truth and you think they're lying.
Right, right.
They got aliens a real bitch. Nah, they're lying. They're lying. So now we don't know what's true. That's what I was trying to tell them. I was like, how do you know it's true? Because someone told you? Because Facebook told you? Like, how do you know the truth?
I just prefer to lock myself in my room.
But I think compromising comes from the point that people, like you said, want their way. They're not going to compromise if they don't benefit.
Right.
And the problem is everyone wants to benefit. Like we were watching that commercial before we were watching YouTube videos. We were watching, I think, Trouble Noah. The lady was like, oh, we're not going to come to an agreement on the stimulus package because it's past voting time and the Republicans can't benefit from this. And I was like, what does us getting money to survive have to do with the Republicans? And I looked at you, I'm like, are they bribing us? And you're like, yep.
Pretty much. Well, it's like when he got in trouble for that tweet. Oh, I'm not signing the bill unless I get reelected. Well, I don't think you can say that. Like that.
TJ opened my door and says Trump's holding us hostage.
That may be, like true, but you can't say that.
But there's no compromise.
Well, it's not even a guarantee that he's saying it anymore. Like, the guy doesn't have time to be sitting on his toilet tweeting. It's probably his publicist, just
well, yeah,
doing
Obama didn't even
things.
have a smartphone. He had an old BlackBerry that was secure because he's not allowed to tweet shit.
Right. So,
or he can't have his phone hacked, basically.
I mean, and that's the crazy.
There's a lot of security precautions,
right? That's just like that, right? They lose their right to drive once they become president.
Oh, you saw that driving with was it running cars with comedians?
Right,
or getting coffee.
He was only allowed to drive around the White House parking lot.
It's like, hey, you tell him we're gonna leave. Obama's like, we're gonna go, and he's like, no, you're not. I tried. I tried, Jerry.
Just like that. As far as presidents go, I don't think I can trust a motherfucker who's not allowed to drive on his own.
Well, even Kennedy didn't drive on his own. He still got shot.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you were driving the dude. He still was murdered. So I don't know why.
No wonder they don't have open tops anymore.
Like, and no offense, if I'm president, right, and I tell you to get the fuck out of my way, and you don't, I'm whooping your ass. I'm putting my hands on you. Right, this is why I'll never be elected president. Right, because sorry, Mr. President, you can't leave. And I'll fucking give him the rock bottom. Right?
So you're gonna come with this? I gotta do what?
No, you need to get the fuck out of my way. How about that?
I gotta go find the front lines.
It's like, hey,
Mr. President, this ain't the 1800s anymore. You can't fight on the front lines.
Right. It's like, hey, Jerry, if you want to get in the passenger seat, that's great, friend, but I'm leaving. Right, you're more than welcome to go with me, but you need to get the fuck out of my way.
If you leave the grounds of the White House, it would be what's that shit called? Treaty.
No,
not treaty. Treason.
And no, you're the commander in chief. It can't be treason for you.
Only if you give secrets away.
Oh, right. Only if you give secrets away. So I don't know. Like, so just wouldn't be. You wouldn't be locking me down on no ground. I'd be like, I would be escaping.
Once they try to compromise with you.
The compromise is you can get in the passenger seat.
So there you go. You want it your way.
No, their way is they're driving around, right? I was going to leave without... My way is to leave without you.
Right? I'm getting that coffee.
Right, I'm leaving.
You going to get that coffee?
Okay. So the compromise is I'm leaving, but you can ride along.
As long as you still get your way.
Right? That's it.
You can come join my way.
That's what a compromise is, right? You get your way a little bit, I get my way a little bit, and we keep moving forward.
No, you got your way a lot of it.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to leave.
I'm the motherfucking president. Right? I already get my way all the way. I'm the president.
You
right?
can't talk about no compromising and say things like that.
I'm just saying, though. That's the compromise, right? You say I can't leave. I say I'm going to leave.
You can come with me.
Right? So the way we compromise is you can come with.
But
right? Then you do your job, and I can still do mine.
It's not a compromise.
It is a compromise.
Compromise is you can leave on Tuesday.
So all right, so I'll leave on Tuesday.
There, that's the compromise.
But I'm still driving.
No, you can't drive, Mr. President.
No. What rule? Where is this rule where I can't drive?
It probably is. You have to sign one.
I'm gonna sign an executive order right now. Right now, president can drive by himself. Bam, signed.
I want to see who opposes you. Like Congress is like, Mr. President. The Republicans feel like you should. Like, what the fuck? What does this have to do with you?
Oh man, I can't even.
So back to the compromise thing. Well, how do you think we need to? Like, what went wrong?
See, here's the thing. Like with me, right? I get tired of arguing, so I just give in. Right? I'm just like, you know what? I get tired of hearing it. Let's do it your way. And that's not really compromise.
Well, and secretly, you're hoping that they can see it fails, so you can be like, okay, see, now can we do it the way I said so?
Well, that's normally, yeah.
Like the other day at the house.
Oh,
you didn't cut it right.
Right. Oh, what is it?
Go figure.
I can't believe I did that.
So are you giving in to prove a point?
No, because listen, sometimes you're right. It's not easy to just convince a person to meet somewhere in the middle. Okay, because in these days we are so strong-headed in one tract. Okay, it's this way. We don't. It's like a train sees a rock, right? The train sees a rock. The train can't go around the rock.
It's not go through it
because it's on the track.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to try to go through it, which means it's going to break the train.
The rock ain't moving.
Right. Where if you're in a car and you see a rock, you
Stop
go
the car.
around the rock. You stop a train too, just after a while. Not if it falls immediately. Choo choo rock, or if it's got a painted scene on the other side of it.
Thank you, Roadrunner.
Thank you, Roadrunner.
You can't tell the difference between perception. That's not the right lighting.
I don't remember a tunnel being there. I've been riding on this track for 40 years.
So we're so used to a straight line of A plus B equals C that sometimes we gotta go around and go to D.
Right. 2 plus 2 is chair.
That was 4. There's no compromising there.
It's also chair.
But how do we compromise when you are right?
When I am right?
I mean, factual, logical, problem right. Like, that's crooked. Like, you can tell. You can even put the ruler up there. No, that's crooked. And the person still wants to argue.
That looks straight to me.
Yeah, how do you compromise in those situations if you are right?
Well, sometimes it's best to just walk away, I suppose. Compromise or just be like, you know what?
So it goes back to communication.
It's all in how you handle it too, right? You can't be like, right, like, just like, you know what, fine.
Like, I want to break up with you. Can we compromise here? Because I don't want to break up. So how do we come to a...
It's like I was saying earlier, right? The older generation thinks that the younger generation is oblivious, stupid. Because they haven't lived long enough, and then they get upset when the younger generation says something smart or has a better explanation. And they just get mad at him, like, well, you're young. What the fuck do you know?
So this is what
it's like, well, then don't talk to me.
See,
right?
The thing about human nature is that we thrive for consistency, patterns. Like, that's what we like, routines.
Right.
People date out of routine. People don't develop OCD because of routine and stuff like that. But then they crave change. But then when they get so used to and comfortable inside their bubble, I'm out here waiting to vote for the orange man.
It's weird.
But like, we crave change, but we don't want to make the actions to change.
Well, no.
So it's like, what do we say? Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different outcomes. Like, for instance, say if it's like, Adam, this is what I want. All right, well, Adam, in our opinion, this is what you need to do. Like, how can I get what I want without doing that, though? But you can't. Like, you have to. Like, how can I just sit here and not do anything but still get my way? See, they're not willing to put an action of the change. They're willing to compromise. They want it. They don't want to work for it. And that's always, like, surprised me about people. Like, they crave change. They go through mental breakdowns because they feel trapped and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm not happy in my relationship. And then you're like, why do you stay then? Like, and stuff like that. But because they love routine, too. But they crave change. People go through midlife crises. Girls dye their hair. Like... So I think that goes back to compromising. They want to change, but they don't want to put the work in. The old people are like, oh, you don't know no better. I'm like, fix your own computer. Oh, you don't know how to use Windows 10, do you? Because it's a generation thing. You don't want to come up with the times. Like George always says.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's up, Justin? Like George always says. He's all like, no, it was better back then. I like the old stuff, like Michael Jackson, and your show's stupid. I was like, well, you're not my demographic. We're not going to talk about nothing.
He called my show stupid.
Yeah. But at the same time, you got so many followers.
I've already got a lot on my plate this week. I will end him.
But we have a lot of followers and no leaders. So people are just like, well, that guy, Desi likes this, so I'm going to like it. Like that, but you're not forming your own opinion. Yeah, but he likes it. And that's why we have influencers and stuff like that. Tell a story. It says tell a story. You have a story? What brought this on, buddy? Like, how long has this been building up?
Oh, just...
What's the origin story?
My whole life.
Your whole life? No compromise?
Well, it's not that, right? The thing is you can't even say anything. Right?
But why? You need a voice.
Because listen, right? If you say something, no matter what you say, somebody's going to be upset somewhere.
So?
Right? Well, eventually you get tired of everyone just being upset with you.
Aren't they upset with themselves?
Well, realistically, they are. But they take it out on you knowing that you won't outlash at them.
It's taking advantage, though.
It is taking advantage, right? But
it's like being at that's the whole Hancock theory,
right? But as soon as you're like, you know what, I'm, it's like, well, you've just lost, you know. Quite frankly, regardless of what you think of my opinions, okay, they're my opinions.
They're mine.
I have to live with them, not you. Right? If you don't fucking like it, don't talk to me. That's simply okay too.
Are you okay with that? Is that why you don't say nothing?
That's
because you're not okay with them not talking to you?
No, that's why I don't talk to them.
But you still make compromises. See, I feel like when you make a compromise, you're only sacrificing. Compromise is that both people have to sacrifice something to gain something.
Right, but see, that's
and I feel like you're the always one sacrificing. That's not really a compromise.
Well, because I'm able to handle it.
Apparently not, because it's bothering you.
It's not bothering me. You just wanted something to talk about on the show, so we had something to talk about.
Start outlashing, Justin. Do it. Start calling people out.
No, that's just as wrong as the kind of shit they do.
I think the issue is that you're frustrated. That you have love for these people, and they're not seeing the error of their ways. And you want to help, but they're not helping themselves.
I don't even care anymore. I understand. Right?
Well, I'm saying, like, at one moment you're like, fuck, I'm done. And next moment you're helping with the fridge.
Well, it's because I said I'd do that.
No, I'm just saying in general, though. You're so frustrated that you're trying to help the people you love and you want a better path for them. And then they don't help themselves and they make you out to be the bad guy for not helping.
Well, that's true. I'm used to being the bad guy, though. That's kind of my...
Like I used to say when someone...
That's what happens when you're 6'7".
Like when someone breaks up with you over lies or conspiracy or whatever, like, she'd rather hate me for something I didn't do than love me for something I did.
Right. Right, yeah.
Do you want to be the bad guy?
That's it. I like being the villain. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's great. Oh.
So what if your back didn't hurt? We're going to do a what if situation. How would you live your life?
I'd probably go to work every day and make money.
Do you think you'd still be humble?
Do
you think you'd still be humble?
Oh, no. I probably would have put my foot in a bunch of people's asses by now. I probably just would have started handing out ass whoopings because that would have been the right thing to do.
But you don't think that's the right thing to do right now.
Huh? No, because I can't just hand out ass whoopings.
So you had to change the way your thought process is because you can't hand out ass whoopings?
I could probably get 1 or 2 ass whoopings handed out. But then my back would be in a lot of pain.
So if your back didn't hurt, you're all in shape. Would you be with your wife?
Well, yes.
Would you still live the same life you're living?
No, I'd be handing out ass whoopings. So actually, you're right. I might not be with my wife. I might be in jail. Because everybody who would be getting ass whoopings are little bitches, right? And would call the cops right after their ass.
So you're not going to take the higher road on this one?
Huh?
Right now, you take the higher road. You're like,
right
it's
now,
not worth it.
This is not.
I don't want to hear it. But if you're able to get out the ass whoopings, you're no longer humble.
No,
you're back to asshole DJ.
Well, just ass whooping DJ. People need ass. I'm still gonna be humble, right? Because they're getting humble ass whoopings, right? Like
some people in the world need an ass whooping.
Just right.
People look at a fucking snotty ass kid and like, damn, he needs his ass beat.
Right. Some people in the world just simply need
that cocky person
whoopings.
using caps online. Trolling the internet, talking about I'm gonna whip your ass in caps because they can't do it in real life.
Right.
Those are the people you're talking about that get ass whoopings.
Just all kinds of ass whoopings handed out. You know, I'd spend more time in jail. The funniest bit is be like talking to the judge, right? Like, what happened? He was being an asshole. So what'd you do?
Taught him not to be an asshole.
I taught him not to be an asshole. I smacked him in the mouth like a little bitch. I just go around smacking people.
Like that one fucking video we saw when the guy slapping her in the backyard.
Yeah.
You can't hit my child.
Well, bam. Right? It's like, what the fuck are you going to do? And then he started hitting the police. Police started getting there. He just started smacking them bitches in the mouth. Right? I could see going to court and the judge being like, sir, you...
22 assault charges on officers.
You allegedly smacked 20... I couldn't be a judge and read that out loud. If you come to me and said, you allegedly smacked 10 children 20 adults and 5 police officers in the face. Like they were little bitches.
How'd you even get here? Like, I volunteered to come in today because every time someone came to get me, I smacked them.
You smacked the shit out of them.
You ever been knocked out by a slap?
if I was a police officer and I walked up to a perpetrator and he smacked the piss out of me, right, I'd quit.
Know your place.
I'd quit. I'd be like, I can no longer be an officer of the law because I'm a little bitch. I would quit my job.
You are 6'7", though.
What is it? What is?
I think you would quit if a 4'11" guy slapped you and made you come to your knees.
Drop that bitch on his head after I got up.
So to you, it's about size?
No.
Why don't you get your ass kicked by Bubbles?
It's about training.
Look at the guy named
I wouldn't be. I'd have
Cuddles.
to quit. I'd have to quit.
What happened? Cuddles whooped my ass.
Cuddles whooped my ass. I couldn't even. I used to go around the clubs telling people, "Hey, my name was Cuddles."
So they couldn't tell the story.
Right. So they couldn't tell the story, and I just throw them out.
How'd you get out here? I volunteered.
I volunteered. I left. I walked out on my own. That big guy named Bubbles had nothing to do with it.
So you're telling me if your back didn't hurt or didn't have any kind of injury, you would be a different person today?
I'd just be a more hands-on person, I think.
Once you get annoyed easily, though, like people just getting slapped because they're annoying you. Like, hello, DJ. Wow.
Don't say my name. Wow.
DJ's back pain is his kryptonite. That's why he's not Superman. Like, because he would just slap people.
Just start smacking the shit out of people.
DJ would be a villain if his back hurt or didn't hurt.
I'd call him Smacky.
Wow.
Smacktaster.
That is.
Just ass whoopings would be getting handed out.
So how do you feel
currently.
like Tom would handle in today's situations? Like with the whole news and Corona and everything going on in your family?
If Tom was well, he'd be handing out ass kickings too. There'd be ass kickings getting hung out. I hear things sometimes and I'm like, my brother would be turning over in his grave. Oh man.
Like the way your family is now, they wouldn't be like that if Tom was still alive?
No. Not even a little.
So that's what changed?
Yes.
Like Terry's like, well, Tom's gone.
Right.
That's sad though.
Everyone's emotions went differently when
they're all what's that, grieve differently?
Right.
They're all processed differently.
Right. One felt more responsibility, the other felt the chain loosen.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have to be as smart anymore because somebody's not around judging me, telling me how to do things.
And then this other person would definitely help me because they're all we have. And they're able to.
Right.
Wow, that's fucked up though. So Tom brought balance.
Basically.
Because he's just going to hand out
and
ass
I'm not
weapons.
able to do that. Nobody wants to listen to me at all.
Because you're young.
Right, because of my age. To them, I'm stupid. I mean, hell, one of them called me an idiot to my face and then backtracked thinking that, I'd just be okay with it anyways.
So you think because of your humbleness that happened after the passing of your father and brother that you decided to change your life, that they're taking advantage?
Not of me.
Well, I'm guessing because,
right,
19-year-old DJ wouldn't put up with...
And I'm not putting it up with it.
Like, I don't think you would probably even redid... I think you would have redid the house to a point of what happened, and you're just like, no. And then you probably would start tearing the shit you did down. I paint this wall? Where's that fucking green? You fucking paint it.
But again, that's neither here nor there. Like, I don't...
But see, that's...
People don't
even
have
though
to
you're
listen to me.
like barely 30, you have an experience from your brother and your dad that made you grow up at 12.
Yep.
So you're at the same experience level as Laura and them.
No,
like,
I had to grow up.
No, I mean experience, not the age, but your experience.
That's what I'm saying. I had to grow up sooner, right?
That's what I mean.
I didn't.
Tragedies make a person experience,
right.
Like not being sheltered playing video games until you're 19 and daddy pays for college and. Like, no, car accidents. You have been through, like, we have to go to the hospital. Like, maybe quickly problem solving. Not the idea that someone else is going to fix it tomorrow.
Right. Well, I like Dad's.
Huh?
It'll work itself out tomorrow.
It's tomorrow's problem.
That's tomorrow's problem.
That's because he didn't want to stress anymore.
That's kind of what I do, too.
I pulled a dad on Friday after I talked to Joy. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm done. Like, it just clicked. I'm just, no, okay, I'm done stressing.
I don't have
You know what? This is next week's problem.
Right. I don't have to worry about it right now.
Oh, Tom used to get mad at Dad for that, though.
Right.
Like, what are we going to do, Pop? Like, Figure it out tomorrow. No, okay, we're about to lose the house. What do you mean we're gonna figure?
We'll worry about it tomorrow.
An opportunity will present itself.
That's it. And that's.
I know. He Tom was always like with him though.
Yeah.
Like through all your dad's crazy ideas and schemes that had it. Like he made the money quick, but lost it as fast too. Like your dad wasn't rich in money, but in ideas he was. Like, and then Tom every time would be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, he's over there painting cars in his backyard. Every time.
So I don't know. Without the dynamic duo,
maybe you need to have coffee with them. That's what Dad and Tom used to do. Remember, they used to always get coffee.
Right, but that's the thing. They always listened to Dad and Tom because they were.
Remember the front porch, always on the front porch, just talking.
Right, it was.
That's because we couldn't smoke inside. But
it was always easier for Dad and Tom to, command the respect, and I'm not able to do that when I try to command respect. The adults just laugh at me and think me small.
But did you bring coffee?
No, I didn't bring. Maybe that was the problem.
Dad would come over with coffee for Tom. Tom would come out. Remember how many times that us and our friends sit in like a circle and listen to Tom and Dad just tell a story? Like, I mean, just perk up like if freaking Morgan Freeman was talking.
Well, I asked those men for advice, and
mostly he's like, quit being an asshole.
I was trying to go grab my cigarette. I was going to start smoking because you're getting me upset. Now I'm starting to get pissed.
Why are you upset?
I'm starting to get irritated.
With what?
I'm just starting to get irritated.
No, I'm saying that it was so nice of them.
No, I know, but
like so many memories I have of him threatening me.
He used to threaten us all the time. That's
how we listened.
That was the funniest bit.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We might do more episodes in the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Maybe some surprises coming your way.
Don't forget to hit your notification buttons so you get us every Tuesday morning between the hours of 9 and 11 a.m. in the morning.
Or anytime that we post something.
Or anytime that we do post.
We could have random videos coming out of nowhere. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Make sure you turn those notifications on. And if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, please just leave comments below.
Right, fuck. We'll discuss anything. You can
Q&As.
You can give us stuff. We don't consider us.
In the future, we're gonna have probably Justin. I talked to Desi. He said he doesn't mind being on too when she's at work.
When she's at work.
So I was like, I don't
just have them both on.
I don't want Caitlin on. Desi's okay. He has a gaming channel. Think great minds think alike. Me and him talked about it yesterday. We could do a whole podcast for a year just on Caitlin. From both our experiences,
gross.
Not that kind of. Whoa, we're talking about just.
I gotta just unplug myself. Oh nope, still there. All right. Well, we were closing up anyways. Don't forget that this week's charitable charity. I like that, charitable charity.
It's the same definition.
I know, but that's why we're gonna keep it. This week's charitable charity is First Responders Children Foundation.
It is.
It is. That's this week. Last month was Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It was.
And
May was Mental Health Month.
Yep. Don't forget to go out and vote. It is your last day to go out and vote. Let your voice be heard and have a good one, folks.
Stay humble.
Yep, stay humble. Don't go out handing ass whoopings.
Practice compromise.
God knows people need the ass whoopings.
Is that a compromise?
That's the compromise is handing out ass whoopings.
Handing out ass whoopings.
Sometimes you just need to receive an ass whooping.
Get your head straight.
That's right. Oh, damn, I got my ass kicked. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, but you didn't get the stupid people that keep coming and get their ass whooped. Like, they didn't learn their fucking lesson. They just, like, getting their ass beat.
That's me. I just like getting my ass beat.
Didn't you learn anything? I learned to hit harder. I'm like, no, that's not.
I learned how to take a punch.
Roll with them.